February 2020 Goddess Guidance Oracle Message. Hey everyone, it's Deanna Durrell, your intuitive love coach and spiritual mentor. And in this video, I'm going to share what the message is for February. We have a very packed month, and if you're new to my channel, I just want to welcome you. Be sure to subscribe so that you never miss any videos on how to trust and love yourself and have amazing relationships. So here's how we do it. These videos come out once a month, and I pull a goddess card for each week of the month and interpret it. But if you're in my community, you are super intuitive yourself, and so what I'm going to encourage you to do is when you see a card go up, is to pause the video and ask yourself, what could this mean for me? And take a sheet of paper out and write down any notes that come up that you're feeling. All right, I'm also going to give you some important dates, so let's get right to it. February is such a beautiful month. After a lot of the heaviness in January that many of you shared with me, February is like a breath of fresh air. You may already be feeling this. And some keywords that you want to watch out for this month are compromise, collaboration, passion, and partnership. So these are kind of pillars that you can go back to when things feel challenging or you feel stuck. The more that you can compromise, you're not going to get everything you want this month, right? Having it your way. It's really a month inviting you to compromise, and not in a way that's not going to serve you. So looking at where you need to find the balance point between, your way and then what is your highest good. And sometimes those can be different. Collaboration, right, speaks for itself, kind of goes along with partnership. How can you approach everybody that you meet this month with grace, with that energy of working together instead of working in conflict or competition or trying to prove yourself? February is like, lean back from competition. It's not about that. It's about coming together and joining forces. And then passion. I love this word. Passion is about reconnecting to your heart, what really matters to you. And in relationships, whether you're single or in a partnership, it's about reigniting the things that really light you up, partnership aside, right? And that's going to feed all of your relationships, your friendships, your romantic connections, even business associations. And then finally, partnership. So seeing your connection with yourself, with your higher self, with the divine, whatever you believe in, as a guiding force, knowing you're not doing anything alone. All right, so with that, the first card is Artemis. I love this, look at that. So the theme of this first week is about focus. Your energy may have been a little bit scattered as we finished January. I know a lot of people wrote to me and said, January is the longest month ever. When is it going to be done? I am so ready. So this is a message to focus. A great week to set your calendar up for the rest of the year if you're that kind of planner. And specifically around relationships, focus on what you want, not what you don't want. And I also want you to notice the deer over here. Deer in totem animals represents gentleness, represents diplomacy. So again, with the themes that we've already talked about, every interaction, can you communicate from this place of diplomacy instead of having to like make your point? Can it just be, this is how I feel, how do you feel? And really genuinely listening. That will help you to cut out the noise and really focus on what matters to you. And as we finish the first week, this first week, we have a beautiful, beautiful moon in Leo on Sunday, February 9th. It hits around 12:33 in the morning. So depending on where you are in the world, you may feel it earlier, but Leo is a sign of the heart. It's a sign of wearing your heart on your sleeve. Passions can run high, and it also reconnects you with that still small voice inside of you, right? That knows what you deserve, knows where you've been tolerating less than you want in relationships, and may feel a little bit angry or volatile. So if you're sensing that, just know that it's safe to release it, but find a healthy way to do that. Go for a walk, go for a run, punch a pillow, write and cry it out in a journal. Get it out there so that you can harness the power of that Leo moon, which is all about broadcasting, your love out to the world, radiating your purpose out. And in relationships, it can mean a very, very sexy weekend. Great time to go out and mingle if you're single and meet that new somebody. So then let's go to second week. Second week, Green Tara, start delegating. So all that focus from the first week, now it's time. You may realize next week that you've taken on too much, relationships or otherwise, and you may need to let some things go or hand them off to somebody else if you can do that, which is great. And I'm also drawn to all the green in this picture. So green is about the heart chakra. And it's no accident I'm wearing this particular necklace. There's a story behind it. I'll see if I have time to share it later. But, right, green heart, all about what's true for you at a soul level in your heart. And know that you might be healing from some stuff that got kicked up from January, or maybe even before that you didn't deal with. Next week is a great opportunity to start purging and start healing and stop taking on more than you want to take on. All right, let's go to the next card. So week 3, this is one of my favorite cards. Ostara, fertility. Look at all this stuff is going on. It says it's the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So she is scattering her seeds. There's the bunny, which is all about fertility. And even if you're not trying to have a baby or any of that, right, this is all symbolic. So what are you trying to birth? Maybe it's a new you. Maybe it's a new way of thinking, a new relationship, a new job. This is saying scatter your seeds, right? Put yourself out there and just know that not all of those seeds will sprout, but the ones that do are going to be so perfect for you. And it's the perfect card for the third week because we have a new moon in Pisces on Sunday, February 23rd. So you might want to jot that date down. Pisces, as you probably know if you're into astrology, is a very psychic sign. It's a highly sensitive, very, very compassionate sign, very loving sign, and very loving energy. So you may feel this sense of hope around new things that you're starting. And new moons are always that great time for new beginnings, but it also allows us to see everything from the previous month, right? That maybe doesn't line up with what we want to bring forward into the next one. Ooh, look at that. We got two sorceress goddesses. And then as we wrap up the month, Rhiannon, sorceress, more magic here. Says you are a magical person, yes you are, who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So this last week is about dreaming. It's about possibility. It's about believing that it's possible again, even if you haven't had whatever it is in the past. Maybe you've been hurt in relationships. Maybe you felt like there's just nobody out there for you, or you don't have any friends and you feel isolated. This is about transforming any thoughts, right, into the reality that you want, really broadcasting it to spirit. So it's a great week to meditate, to do vision boards. I did one last month, and I'm going to add more to it. So all in all, it's a great time to go within yourself and at the same time to connect with other people in a different way that's more harmonious, that's more from that philosophy of how can we help each other? How is this happening for us and not, against us? And really just enjoying all of the love that's possible. So really quick story, I'm going to take 30 seconds. I got this necklace in Kona, Hawaii, and this was back in 2009, and I had just broken up with a man I thought I was going to marry. We had scheduled the trip, booked the condo, booked the rental car, and I was going to get some certification, and we were going to have a vacation, and we broke up, and I saw this in a shop, and at first I didn't get it because I thought, oh, it's too expensive, it's unnecessary. I was heartbroken. I was wandering around like we do when we're heartbroken. And the store owner, she just smiled at me and she said, you'll be back at the end of your trip. If it's still here, it's meant for you and you have to trust. And it was. And I bought this as a symbol, a reminder to myself that I was enough. No matter what, guy broke my heart, it didn't matter. I was going to hold on to myself. And so I say that because if you're going through something right now, maybe it's not in relationships, maybe it's a career transition or a health thing, whatever, and you feel like the tides are never going to turn, consider getting some kind of an amulet. Maybe it's on a necklace, maybe it's a crystal or a beautiful new journal, something to symbolize, right, a new possibility, because there's so much potential this month. All right, I would love to hear from you. Which card, which message spoke to you? Share it with me in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I wouldn't have a channel without you guys. So if there's something you want to see more of, definitely let me know. And I look forward to sharing more videos on how you can love yourself so you can have amazing relationships.